Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Compact Claustrophobia. So, since the last episode, I haven't done a major amount of stuff. I've been prepping some things. I got some assorted machine parts that we're going to be using this episode. Did get 5 small compact machines, and I've been prepping up more modularium because I'm going to need that in due time. This system has been kicking away. I had 3 more sticks in here. Yeah. Oh, it looks like this side is already ran through. But over here, if we take a look, we have over 3,000 gravel now. And 20,000 cobblestone. We have 165 obsidian. So we're pretty good on obsidian at this point. But today, like I said, what we're going to do is we are going to switch over and begin pushing into progression once again. Now, I did complete this quest here just for prepping the stuff up that we need for the crusher. And what we're going to do, let's pop into this room. And let me take our small compact machine. I'm going to set this up. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put it right here. This is going to be kind of temporary. But let's go ahead and pop inside. And we are going to... let's set up our crusher first. So if we open up our engineer's manual, and there is the little, the little thing that we can use. I can't think of what it's called. It's under tools, or no, this right here, the multi-block projector. We could make one of those. I'm not going to worry about it. Because usually I find that it takes about as long to configure it and set it up where you want it as it does just to build it out, honestly. Okay, so we're going to take our steel scaffold. Actually, let's take our light engineering blocks first. Place those out. It's going to be 2 over. Place that out. And then our steel scaffolding. All this stuff is super easy, of course, to make at this point. And let me set our entry point there. Super easy to make at this point because we now have infinite metals. And that's basically what it is a big metal sink more than anything. And then we're going to have that. We're going to have our steel fences that run around like so. And then we're going to have on top our 9 hoppers. Got a bit more. I made like 1 extra for today, and then I cleaned up that 1 room and we had extra there too. Okay, and then that should be good. Okay, let me go get my hammer real quick. Okay, so there's our crusher. I didn't bring any blocks with me. Let me just climb up here, and we should be able to just put a hopper in right there. That should be fine. And then we're going to break that off. Over here, let's put our tunnel in right there. That's going to be on the downside. It's going to be the leadstone flux duct. That's perfect. And then we're just going to run out like that. So this should get supplied with power. There we go. Just took it a second. And now, if we were to take and we threw in one of our small compact machines, there we go. We got a small machine piece. Okay, so now we have a quest to get the normal compact machine, which is going to be 4 of these small machine pieces. So let's go ahead and just throw those in. We're really getting into compacting these things, but it won't be too much longer before we don't have to do this anymore, like all this compacting. We just have to get up to where we can make ender pearls. So, okay, well there's those 4. So we're done with the crusher for right now, though we will be using it to make more of these. Now what I need to do, actually let me pop back in here. I'm going to need to turn these into our compact machine walls. That's the output, not the input. My bad. There we go. We'll let that run for just a minute and let it build up our compact machine walls. Let me pop over. I've got one of these machine casings. I'm going to take that. There's 4 of those. And then let's get our normal compact machine. Dun dun dun. And quest complete, close to a mansion. Okay, so now we have to begin working towards an even larger one, but to do that I think we're going to have to get diamonds and stuff, because we're going to have to get the melter. And I think for the tough alloy, to get the alloy furnace, right? No, that's right, we needed graphite for this. Quest complete, reconstructing with flux. Did you get a fancy new pick? Would be a shame if it broke. Oh, okay. But that's for basically repairing things with flux. We'll get into that. But I guess there's no quest putting in, so it just automatically updates. Baby's first fission reactor. Get an oak sapling. You can create a sapling by throwing it into water. Now it also has space to grow as well. No, you can get it otherwise though. Let me get bonsai. No, I'm going to need... For the oak sapling, I remember there's a really easy way to make this because I looked at it before. There's a sieve, but there's also... Oh, it is that way. Okay. That's the easy way to do it. I remember looking at it, and I was like, oh yeah, there's a really easy way to do it. But do I not have any... Also, if you have these little seeds, you can make them. But, which is fine. I'm just going to steal one of these. Not a big deal. Oh, that gave me 3. Okay. Well, then I'll just plant back one of those. And what we're going to do at this point, now that we have this compact machine, I'm going to pop out, completely out, because we're going to be doing some reorganizing and rearranging of things. We're going to pull up our tiny compact machine that's here, and we're going to replace it now with a normal compact machine. And if we pop into this one, this is going to take us into our large 7x7 space, and if we put this over here, now we can kind of use this. I'm going to end up pulling all those machines out because I really don't like those 3x3s. Honestly, let's go ahead and just do it. Just so I can completely get rid of this 3x3 and not have to even like move through it. I'm just going to place these out. I'll figure out which one's which later. We're going to pull that up. And we're gonna kind of use this as an entry hub. I think we might end up using a larger one. We'll see. Since we are pretty close to this one, and this one would be, what's the name? I think it's a 9x9. Yeah, it's a 9x9, and 13x13 is our largest. I might end up waiting and doing the large compact machine as our entryway. But by the time, once we get into that, we'll be able to make compact machines a lot easier, I think, because that should unlock unlimited dimensions. Then we start moving into getting our ender pearl and starting miniaturization. So at that point, we're pretty much home free, and it looks like the larger ones are just a step ahead at that point. Okay, but what we're going to do, I think this was our last big, really big hurdle, was just getting up to this point. And I'm going to need some water. Oops. Now I got to get used to not backing out of this room. But there are challenges, and there are the glitched adventures, which sound kind of cool. So we'll have to play around with that. I have my bucket on me. Okay. Let me just pop into here. Actually, I don't even need it. I'm just going to throw it in right there. There is our oak sapling. 2 of them. Okay, so now if we plant this down and we just crouch around it here, there we go. We have our very first oak tree. I haven't even made an axe yet. And I'm going to set my entry point to here so I don't get suffocated by the tree. And by the way, these are done. I'm going to grab these. Alright. So now we'll just chop this down. And the very loggy quest completed. And if we take a look here, we've completed that. That's great. Now we can make coke bricks. We could make these before, though. And getting our coal coke, which we're going to need wood for that. Okay, and that's moving into HLP graphite, the arc furnace, all that good stuff. Also getting into diamonds. Oh, and if we have a steel or diamond axe, we can use vein miner with that. So that's good to know. I've got some extra steel, so we might do that. That's computer craft. I'll make it just for the quest, but I'm not crazy about computer craft. I've never been a big fan of it. It's super powerful by far, like to the point of being just crazy powerful. You can do anything with it, but coding makes it feel like a job. I'm not the type of person that enjoys coding that much to where I want to play a mod about it. Oh, the spaxel hoe can be used by auto clickers. Interesting. Okay, well what I want to do right now is, let's see, to get tough alloy, to make the graphite for the alloy furnace, for the basic plating, graphite dust. We can use pulverized charcoal through the manufacturing. Okay, that's great. What I'm going to do, we're going to push on to diamonds here in just a moment. I'm probably going to make a steel pickaxe, or a steel axe, as soon as this iron one breaks, I do believe. But we are going to be pushing into repairing tools via RF very quickly, because of the fact that if we make a diamond pick, we can start mining for diamond nuggets. But if we don't repair it, it's going to take about as much diamonds to make it as it is going to make throughout its durability. So it's important that we do repair that. I was looking at that before and I was like, ooh, we're going to have to figure out something. I didn't think about thermal being able to repair it though. I'm glad quick leaf decay is a thing. Alright, so what we're going to do, I've got 12 oak wood. What's the one quest here? That's okay, that's for the coke bricks. Enchanting table. I haven't really seen much use for that at the moment. Unless we start finding mobs. I think I want to go push on towards the melter first. Maybe. Because we could just hop on over to that so quickly. Yeah, let's go ahead and pull this up. Let's do the alloy furnace. Since we are kind of pushing progression today, let's do that. So graphite and lead is going to make our plating. Let me pop out to here, toss that in. Let me get another thing of this modularium turned into compact machine walls, because we're going to want that. We're about to make a lot of, a painful amount of compact machines. It's bad enough just making 4 of the small ones. Really, it's so grindy to make these up until this point, but as soon as we get that, we're going to push on to this, which is going to require diamonds, but we're going to do that as well. Okay, so there's our charcoal. Now we need the manufactory. We're going to toss in, how much does this make? That's 2 plates each. Let me just toss in 4. Let me hold on to my charcoal as much as I can for right this second. And we'll get that converted down into pulverized charcoal. I guess I probably should just use the pulverizer that's over here, honestly. Okay, so there's 4 of that. We're going to throw it in here, and that's going to convert it into graphite. Okay, we're going to grab our 4 graphite, and we're going to pop back over, wrong room, pop back over to here. Let's get that. There's our 4 basic plating. And then we need redstone furnace, copper solenoid, and let me get our 2 bricks made. So there's that. And we're going to get our alloy furnace. So there's that. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set that up. So it's got some power. And now to make our melter, we're going to need nether bricks, that's fine. We're also going to need the advanced plating, and the servo mechanism is just steel ferroboron. Okay, so right here we're going to need boron dust and steel. That makes 2, and then for this we're going to need tough alloy and more basic plating. Tough alloy is ferroboron and lithium. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me get, I'm going to need 4 more of the pulverized charcoal for starters. I'm going to need a total of, that's 4 per. So I'm going to need 8 and 8 of that, right? It's ferroboron, which is the steel and the boron. I'm also going to need some tough alloy there as well. Let me go grab a little bit more boron. I'm already feeling like I should have made more steel. I think we're going to have enough, but oh my gosh. And then we're going to need 2 more ferroboron there. Okay, our pulverizer, let me get that last one done. And we'll throw that into the manufactory to make our basic plating. And then, oh, this stuff's so slow. It is so slow. Let me grab that. Let me get, let's see. The servo mechanism is 3 steel, copper, and 2 redstone. So there's that. We're going to need the 3 nether bricks. And since we want to make nether bricks, the easiest way to do that is just take a bucket, pull up our water, let this fill up with lava, and then just hit it with the redstone. Okay, now this, let me go ahead and get some of our tough alloy made. I ended up making too much, I made too much ferroboron, but that's fine. And then I'm going to get this smelted up for our nether bricks. Okay, there's our very first tough alloy. To make the machine chassis for lead. For that. So there's that. And while that other thing's finishing up, let me go ahead and pull up compact machines. To make the large compact machines, we're going to need 4 normal machine pieces. Okay, and this is done through the ingot former. That's fine. We're going to need basically 4 normal compact machines. By the way, what's it take to make the ingot former? Okay, a little bit more tough alloy, like 2 pieces. And 2 more pieces of ferroboron than basic plating. That's cheap. That's a lot cheaper. Okay, but then to get these horrible, horrible things, let's see. So we're going to need 4. We're going to need a full stack of tiny machine pieces to make our large compact machine. All right, a full stack. That's great. I love it. Which I do have this one left over. We're going to use that. We're going to break it down. Okay, there we go. 64 blocks of redstone. There's not a cheaper way, like at all, to make this. Because that's going to take an ender pearl. We can't do it that way. Whew, okay. So we're going to need basically 63 machine casings. No, sorry. Actually, each of these makes 2, and I don't need 1 of them. But we are going to need basically 31 crafts of that. So there's 62. No, I need 63. Yeah, I need 63. So I do need 1 more. Okay, is my tough alloy done? This is painful. This is a painful episode. Yeah, actually quite a bit of it is. I'm still a little bit shy though. I got to finish up that 1 craft. And I really need to get 1 more craft going because we're going to have to make the ingot former. Even the melter is like kind of expensive right now. We've got enough of this stuff, but I am going to need to get this stuff automated for the ferroboron and stuff. Or the boron and the lithium and everything. Here very, very soon. Okay, let's turn our attention back over to the melter for just a moment here. Let's get our let's get our advanced plating. Let's get our melter. Okay, now the ingot former, And is there a quest for the ingot former? There is not, but there's a quest to get the speed upgrades. We should probably make these, honestly. Let me get... Oh, but lapis. I actually do have a couple stacks of lapis. Yeah, let's just get some speed upgrades real quick. I don't have enough to make a full stack at the moment, like as far as lapis goes, but I do have enough to make 16, so that'll be fine for now. So we've got that. We've got that. The ingot former. This is a hopper. This is basic plating. That's a bit more of our graphite, though. Let me get the rest of this ran through real quick. Actually, I should have just made all the charcoal into graphite. And let me toss in like 4 into the manufactory. That's going to make it a bit faster. So there's that. I'm going to toss in 4 into the alloy furnace. That'll make that a bit faster. And then we'll use 4 in the melter and 4 in the ingot former. Okay, well let's get, it's going to be 4 lead. Let's get our machine chassis. Let's get our 4 basic plating. And we'll get our ingot former. So there's that. Okay. Quest complete. Compact squared. Oh, that's the... melting a compact machine is no easy feat and requires quite a substantial amount of energy. However, an already used machine cannot be used for this. Try frying the machine and the delicate data stored will be removed. Oh, okay, never mind. It's, yeah, if you've already used the compact machine, just smelt it and get a blank one, you know. That's fine. And then they want us to get our very first normal machine piece. Okay, let's get our 4... We got enough for 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and do 2 crafts. Then I'm already out of compact machine walls. Oh, God. This is going to be just absolutely painful at this point. Alright, well, let me go get some more modularium made up. Okay, well, let me go ahead and set up our... We're just going to set these up here. So our melter and our ingot former there. Are you not going to connect, really? Oh, it doesn't require energy. Okay. Been a while since I've used the ingot former, to be honest. Okay, so we'll just set this up there. We'll toss in these 8 speed upgrades. Oh, all the power's going to the redstone furnace right now. That's fine. On the plus side, we do have all of our machine casings made, which is where a ton of our modularium actually went, is into making those. Okay, got enough for 2 stacks here. And I put some more sticks in there to let that fill back up because we are definitely going to need it. I underestimated how much we were going to need by a lot. By a whole lot. But that's okay. We'll get that smelted up. This is like really expensive. Like, okay, 4 small compact machines, like whatever. I've been making those for a while. Today we made our first normal compact machine, and then to push on to the large compact machine, it's just like, oh gosh, there's so much modularium. Like, I'm almost half tempted to use the normal compact machine that we made and only have to make 3 more of them. Like, I'm very, very tempted to do that. But, nah. I mean, we've already got this made. It's just basically a process of making a lot more modularium. So, every stack of this is one of these. So, every 4 stacks of them, every 4 stacks of modularium is one of these. So, as far as the compact machine walls, so I only need like 12 more stacks of modularium, or 11 more. Oh, yeah, 11 more stacks. Yay! Okay, but there's the last for our first normal compact machine. Because I want to make one of these so that we can do this on camera, and then I'm going to work on making the other 3. But I'm also kind of curious if maybe we get a quest reward from making one of them. I had actually debated about just automating modularium with sequential fabricator and just being like, here, make modularium. And then I was like, nah, I don't think it's really going to be necessary since we're about to be done. I still don't think it's like super necessary, because it's still just super like heavy amount of materials that we need. But there's 4 small compact machines. And then we're going to pop into here, crush these up. Get our small machine pieces. Luckily, once we get one of these, I don't think we ever have to do this again. We just go straight into miniaturization. And to make our compact machine walls, we could. We'd have to push on for diamonds, but that's not... That might actually be worth going ahead and doing instead of doing it the long way where we're having to craft a lot of modularium, actually. I think I'm just doing this kind of the dumb way at the moment. But we did get 4 of these, so we'll push on to diamonds here in just a moment. So we need 4 more compact machine walls. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. To get our diamond nuggets... Yeah, let's break away from that. That is scavenging with a diamond pick. Also TNT with HLP graphite ingots, which I think is what we're going to do. And we're going to have to get the industrial squeezer and the coke oven. Oh gosh, okay. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do instead of messing around with all of this, because this is just like a little bit of multi-blocks. And honestly, the high impact compactor... Okay, never mind. We're not gonna be able to make that just yet. But it's too big, basically. So we're going to be going with the 20% chance method at first. Let's go ahead. Let's start off with the coke bricks. 4 clay, 3 bricks, sandstone, 3 of them. I'm just going to set that right there. Get some of our dust. And we are going to need some sandstone. I'm going to need 9 crafts of this. So we'll just grab that. Okay, now I'll be back here in just a minute. Once I get the clay, is there an easier way for us to break this down? I think, yeah, the crusher, we can just toss it in there and do it that way. Because I'm going to need, for the coke bricks, I'm going to need clay and I'm going to need bricks. So half this is going to need to get smelted. That's fine. Okay, I've got, I'm going to go ahead and throw this 32 modularium in there and get that running. Because I am going to go ahead and just turn these into... probably before we get the small compact or the miniaturization set up. But there is our 27 coke bricks, and go ahead and actually just plant this in real quick. And we'll set up our coke oven over here. I may have to move that, so we'll just set it up right over here. And let's go ahead, smack that. There we go. There's our coke oven. And did that complete a quest? No, we got to get our first piece of coal coke. That's fine. That cut down. Go ahead and plant that. We can now throw that in and start producing coal coke. So after this runs down, we will have our very first piece of coal coke. Then we've got to get our squeezer. And for every HLP graphite, it's 8 coke dust for that. And then we have to blow it up for a 20% chance at diamond nuggets. Ugh, gosh. It's about to get really painful. But we are going to get creosote, so there is that. Okay, so we got charcoal, and this has to be ran through to get coal coke. That's right. Oh, gosh. I might actually make another coke oven. I might, because this is gonna be super time consuming. Like, honestly, to the point I think it's gonna be quicker for us just to get the modularium because I mean it's free, right? Get the modularium and just make it that way. Like, this is still something that we have to work towards, but I do think it's gonna be faster to do it this way. Now, what we might do, because I'm not as worried about the creosote as I am just getting the coal coke, let me just take this and let me throw that into the redstone furnace here, and we'll get our charcoal, and then we can throw that charcoal into there. That can start running our coal coke. It's not very fast, but we will steadily get some coal coke. Okay, there's our compact machine walls. Oh gosh. And if we pull this up, if we take a look at our normal compact machine, there's that. Okay, so that's out of the way. Now what we can do is pop into here, dump it into the melter, and just melt this thing down. This is actually kind of painful too. We get 1,000 millibuckets of compact fluid. Do not shift click. We do not want to clear that. We'll grab that out. We will dump it into here. That's going to take it. Oh, it is running. It just takes a long time. So you can see this is steadily filling out. Looks like it's going to take a really long time. Oh, but we can put, yeah, we can still put speed upgrades in this to speed this process up a little bit. And there's our very first piece of coal coke, so yay. Quest complete. And there's a quest to get nether bricks. That's for making steel. Pyrolytic conversions. HOP, coke dust. Squeeze some coal coke dust into some better dust. Check out the Immersive Engineering Industrial Squeezer. We will. I'm going to start getting the stuff prepped up for that. As I continue making, I mean, ugh. The thing is, those diamonds, though, like I said, they're only a 20% drop off of TNT. So, it's really, I mean, it's going to be super grindy regardless of how we go about it. If we do the modularium method or if we go with the other method, it's going to be super grindy either way. But this is done. We got our very first normal machine piece. Wood smash. And then they want us to make the large compact machine. Okay, I was just kind of curious to see if maybe there was a quest reward that gave us like three normal machine pieces. Or if we're going to have to craft this out. But we did get our very first one, so yay, there's that. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to cut for a bit. I'm going to continue working on these. Since modularium's free, I'm going to keep doing this, just working on it at least. Once we get our 2 diamond nuggets, I mean, it's going to be a lot easier, but I do want to keep working towards that. And then I'm going to be working on making coal coke and getting this stuff together for our squeezer. So I'll be back in a bit once I get something done. It's a lot of big projects at this point, so, or like long grindy projects. But once we get past this, I think we're through the really grindy stuff at that point. So fingers crossed. Seems like it. I think this is kind of the last push because once we get miniaturization, it's going to be a whole lot easier. So I'll be back here in just a bit. Okay, it has been a bit. I actually just got enough to get our other 16 tiny compact machines. I did go ahead and set up another coke oven. You can see these are kicking away. But you will notice I don't even have a stack of coal coke yet. I have filled up this portable tank. I went ahead and put fluid conduits, running that down. Filled up this portable tank. I'm probably going to upgrade it, I think. I do believe. But I want at least a stack of coal coke before I blow it up, so as not to waste a bunch of TNT. And I've only got 54 at the moment. But I did get the stuff together for our squeezer. So we do have that. And this is actually very cheap to do. But what I want to do is, it's a lot cheaper to get the, to get the compression or the miniaturization up and going. It's cheaper on resources, of course, but it's faster just to do the modularium because it takes so much time to do the coal coke. I mean, we're going to be automating coal coke in one of the upcoming episodes. I don't know if it'll be next episode, but we are going to be, after this progression push, this episode, we're going to be stepping back and doing a bunch more automation episodes at that point because we will have access to large areas. I think next episode I'd like to get the diamonds up and going and get into miniaturization, but I do want to get graphite automated pretty quick, I think. Which will also be automating, coal coke, creosote, wood, all that stuff. So we will be pushing into that in the upcoming episodes. But let's go ahead and get our 4 small compact machines. And by the way, I had to make more of these because I didn't math, and I forgot that I needed them here, and I needed them here, and so I had to make some more. Let's go over to here, and I think I've got a little bit. I think I've got one extra, right? Or no, I don't. I actually have 2 extra. I made a little bit more than what I needed, I think. That's fine. It's not going to hurt anything because we're still going to need those regardless. And there is our last normal compact machine. Over here, we're going to dump that in, get that melted down. There's 2 of those. This takes a while to run. That's fine. But I was just editing some footage and stuff while I was getting these things together. And I still haven't made a steel axe, but I will. I'm just going to wait till we get our RF repairing up and going before I bother with that, I think. This thing, by the way, it gets RF super slow. Just like 1 per tick for some reason. I haven't quite figured out why that is, because we're not using most of the RF that we're producing. At the moment, you can see that nothing is running through there. But this entire system, for some reason, is only sending that 1 RF per tick. Like I said, I'm not really sure why that is, because that's a full engine that's running that. But it may have something to do with this being right next to that. I haven't tried, but if I was to remove this, because it's not really that important that I see that, and it's still only getting like 1 RF per tick, so I don't know. It's weird. But anyways, we've got 4 of those, so yay. Yay. We did the really expensive method, but there is our large compact machine. Quest complete, now we're talking. Alright. So that's done. Take a look here. Large compact machine. We've done it. So we'll go ahead and detect that. And then we have the quest for miniaturization. Really do try to automate this process. Yeah. We most certainly will, but we have to get our diamond nuggets first. We'll get those next episode and start getting into miniaturization, I think. I don't know what it's going to take to make an ender pearl, but we'll figure that out. I think that's the freedom thing. I wonder if we can actually look at it now. No, it still requires stage freedom. Well, we can look and see what it takes to make it. Obsidian and redstone. So we're good on that. We're good to go on making ender pearls. And we will probably need to automate making ender pearls, I imagine. But we'll get into that next episode. What I'd like to do right now is just bask in the glory of our very first large compact machine. Look at that. Look at all that space. This first one, we will probably use it mostly for miniaturization, I think. At first, and then I'd like to have this size for automating our wood. The reason being is because we can grow taller trees. I don't know, though, that this is going to be tall enough to get the really big oak trees. I don't think it will be, but we can still automate. We might do spruce or something like that. We'll see. Maybe just oak. But we're going to get that automated and get our coke ovens set up in one this size. It probably won't be this one. I think we're going to use this one next episode, but we will be able to make them cheaper after next episode. So almost up to a stack of coal coke. But I do know that it is wrapping up point. It's past wrapping up point. So I am going to end out this episode here. We got a lot done. We got a good push done. And come next episode, we're going to start pushing towards diamonds and getting some automation done, I think. We'll be pushing into refined storage in one of the upcoming episodes. I will say it's probably going to be a little while before we really push progression again. Next episode, we will to some degree. Basically, these 2 things more than anything. And it's possible we might push into these pretty quickly because at the point of getting this, these are going to be really cheap to do. Ooh, and I see animals. Aminals. There's aminals here. But yeah, we're gonna take some time and do like storage and things like that in the upcoming episodes. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I will see you guys then.